This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com today. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at LibertyFirstCU.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today. Tom Dinsdale Automotive. Proud to be community driven for 20 years. And by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com.
And welcome to Gothenburg for this presentation of high school sports on News Channel Nebraska. I'm Michael Shively, happy to be joined by Elijah Mosier. We are thrilled that we're in Dawson County tonight for a Southwest Conference clash. It's the Gothenburg Swedes hosting the Valentine Badgers. We have a girls and boys basketball doubleheader coming your way here on NCN. First up, it's the girls matchup, and a privilege we get to see the number 2 ranked team in the NCN rankings in Class C1. That's Gothenburg with their 15-1 record. Their opponent tonight is Valentine at 5-14. These teams played just about a week ago, Elijah. Now they're going to get on the hardwood again.
Yeah, these Swedes are coming off of a Southwest Conference title. Valentine, they're a little hard on the luck lately, but it should be a great matchup between conference foes tonight.
Well, Gothenburg, they've been so good this year, and they just beat the previous number 1 team, Minden, to win that conference title. What does that mean for this squad?
It's momentum. A lot of people have said that they haven't played anybody this year. Well, they proved it right then on Saturday against Minden.
Meanwhile, Valentine, they lost every game they played in that conference tournament, but they were also down, have had some sickness, have had some injuries. They're getting some of those sick players back healthy today. They're
also young. They're really looking for momentum as we hit into the late portions in the last 2 weeks of the season. Look for them to try some new things here tonight.
So the Swedes and the Badgers, let's talk key players. The visitors, Valentine, led by head coach Ian Bish, and he has a star. It's sophomore Paige Springer.
Yeah, and Springer, she's one of those players coming off of that sickness we talked about. She only played in the first quarter during their last meeting. Can be interested to see what she can do here tonight offensively.
Meanwhile, for Gothenburg, they have a sister duo that does a whole lot of scoring, the Beveridge sisters. They average almost the exact same stats, so to pick the player to watch, I just chose the older one. Alex gets the nod, the senior.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Alex Beveridge, the senior of the two. She is a phenomenal shooter, but even when her scoring isn't working like on Saturday, she can do it defensively. She has a lot of different dimensions, and she is the key player for Gothenburg.
It's Gothenburg, it's Valentine, a girls and boys basketball doubleheader coming your way next on News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Teammates Mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of Teammates Mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. Do you live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale Hyundai, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop into Dinsdale Hyundai today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
Back here in Gothenburg, Michael Shively, Elijah Mosier. We're your broadcast team getting ready for the Swedes and the Badgers here on News Channel Nebraska. Let's take a look at these schools with your school spotlight. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is currency. Visit GoCurrency.com. There they are, Gothenburg, here in Dawson County, right along that Highway 30 line that goes Lexington, Cozad, Gothenburg. West of Kearney, about an hour. There's a population. I think they actually grew when we drove through, 3560 roughly?
Roughly around there.
Yeah, that's Gothenburg here. There's their enrollment firmly in Class C1. Valentine making the long trip from Cherry County, but everything's a long trip for Valentine. And they are in C1 in some, C2 in other sports. They're C2 in girls basketball with that enrollment of 49 girls in grades 9 through 11. We'll step aside for the Star-Spangled Banner and return with starting lineups on News Channel Nebraska.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Back here, News Channel Nebraska, Gothenburg High School, Valentine at Gothenburg. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. There it is, the starting lineup for Gothenburg for Valentine as they dim the lights here. Let's take a look at it. Joni Cox in the starting lineup. She'll wear number 0 for Valentine. Number 1 is Aubrey Benson, a junior. Paige Springer, the key player, a sophomore. Riley Wackler, she's a sophomore for Valentine. And Kimber McGinley, she's a senior. For the hometown Swedes, they turn to Zoe Beveridge, a 5'6" sophomore. Halsey Tamala, she's a 5'11" junior. Taryn O'Hare, a 5'9" senior. Ellie Wyatt, a 5'6" junior. And Alex Beveridge, a 5'6" senior. Gothenburg, led by second-year head coach Tim Strasser. The program was healthy before he became head coach, and it's continued to be so in his couple of seasons, including this year. 15-1, the number 2 ranked team in the NCN rankings in Class C1.
I got a chance to watch him play against Cozad earlier this season, and this team has a ton of potential to live up to, and can't wait to see how they play tonight.
We're ready for the tip-off and underway. The Swedes control it. Early 3-ball launched up. That's missed by Alex Beveridge, but this is a team that likes to shoot the 3 in Gothenburg and a team that's confident in shooting it. Talking to Coach Ian Bish of Valentine, he said, you know, I've watched all their film. They've only shot it poorly in 1 game all year. But the Badgers forced the turnover on the opening possession. Valentine team coming off a tough series of contests. Can't handle the trap in the corner, and they turn it back over.
Yeah, both teams having a turnover to start off tonight's game. Obviously not ideal, but these teams come out scratch.
Yeah, both sides said there's no doubt that there's scrappy players and players that aren't going to give up until the end of the game on both sides. Gothenburg working against that zone, having to deal with a triple team. Good kick out by Tamala. Another pass to the corner, and this one's up and just out for Alex Beveridge. The offensive rebound putback drops through for Ellie Wyatt, and the first points of the game go to the Swedes.
Good offensive rebound by Wyatt, and another poke around by Wyatt.
And a steal for the Swedes. Oh, tough scoop shot. That's a miss by Alex Beveridge. Make that 3 steals in 3 possessions for the Gothenburg defense, but they've been unable to capitalize on any of them. Now fast the other direction. This is Springer. Springer all the way to the hoop, high off the window, and a foul on the rebound. That goes against Riley Wackler of Valentine. But that's the player to watch. When she gets the ball, she's confident, and she's going to go to the hoop. Paige Springer.
Yeah, Springer had a nice drive, good opportunity for the Badgers. Unfortunately, couldn't capitalize on it.
A 2-3 zone by the Badgers. And they get another steal. Nice job, Kimber McGinley.
That's something Gothenburg has struggled with a little bit this season, turning over the ball. Yes, they force a lot of them, but they've also been committing them too.
6 straight defeats for Valentine, but dealt a tough hand. And I guess that was accidental, pun not intended there, but their player averaging 9 points, 10 boards a game. Her last name is Hand, and she went down with a partially torn meniscus. Been a tough time finding their way since that point. The Swedes find their way from long range. Ellie Wyatt has all 5 points in this ball game.
How about Wyatt? Not really known for her scoring, but she has it going.
Paige Springer glides to the rack and lays it through. Oh, well, Valentine has had a tough go of it lately. 4 straight wins for Gothenburg. They're looking to continue it. They'll go to the line for an and 1, fighting through the contact to put it through. Halsey Tamala.
Yeah, Tamala was able to sink underneath the zone of Valentine, get open, and then Valentine got caught with the foul on the back end of the play, and Tamala at the line.
Gothenburg lost to Broken Bow on January 23rd, their first and only defeat of the season. Since that point, they've beaten a 15-win Class B school in Sydney. They beat 12-win McCook, and they beat 17-win Minden for the conference championship. It's a heck of a run after suffering your first defeat. And enjoying the early 6-point cushion. Deep 3-ball up by Zoe Beveridge. She misses. Wyatt the board. Dumps down the pass. A beautiful find to get it to Alex Beveridge, and Alex converts. It's 10-2. And a steal Wyatt, another beautiful pass, but terrific job by Springer to spring in and smack that basketball out of bounds, preventing the easy layup.
Gothenburg in the first 3.5 minutes has already forced 5 turnovers from Valentine.
First quarter brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. Good putback, Alex Beveridge. Well, they forced some turnovers, including right there, but the offensive glass paying dividends for the Swedes early in this game. Loose basketball. And Springer escapes with it. She's trying to beat the whole defense down the court and draws contact. Ten-point cushion for the home squad. These teams played back on the 28th of January. 72-15 the final. Both coaches saying that's probably not representative of what these teams are. No doubt Gothenburg heavily favored, but Springer, who's driving to the hoop here, she only played a quarter. Is out with sickness. Tough scoop shot with the left hand, doesn't drop for that possession. Skip pass from baseline to baseline, and it leads to a splashed three. Alex Beveridge lines it up, knocks it down. That's a 10-0 run for Gothenburg and a timeout for Valentine. Sweet shot from the corner, and it's all Swedes early.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska. NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Valentine trying to inbound against this full court pressure from Gothenburg. They're known for it. Everybody knows it's coming. They practice for it, but getting past it, that's a whole nother thing, and that's what Valentine's discovering here. Springer spins, but walked before that basket dropped through.
We are only 4.5 minutes into this game, Michael, and that's 8 turnovers for Valentine as they've just been unable to handle the intense pressure of Gothenburg.
They're not alone. Swedes are 15-1 for a reason. Miss on that tray, and good board by McGinley. Valentine going to work on offense. In and out for Benson Aubrey, and Gothenburg escapes with it. They are owning the glass. That time Lindley Anderson with the basketball. 3-ball, nearly went again for Alex Beveridge. Here goes Springer. Moves to the left hand. Swatted away. What a block. Zoe Beveridge, sophomore on sophomore crime there. Hesitation move. Alex Beveridge, no. Ooh, one dribble. Needed to keep her dribble there. Tough for McGinley. Able to get it to Springer. And Valentine has numbers. On the left side, it drops through. Benson Aubrey gets it to go that time. And that stops the 10-0 spurt.
Benson and the rest of the Badgers have done a really good job at when they've gotten shots. They've had some pretty good looks. They just haven't gotten them to fall.
Long two-point jumper. Oh, nothing but nylon. Alex Beveridge already up to 9 points. We spotlighted her in the pregame, and for good reason. Loose ball out of bounds. Another Badger turnover.
Springer that time up the court, got herself pushed along that sideline by Zoe Beveridge, and you're going to see it right there. And she just lost her balance and lost control of the ball too.
Gothenburg going to work again against that Valentine zone from the high post to the low post, but it doesn't drop for Tamala. Good defense by the Badgers, who are across half court in a hurry. On the left side, Aubrey draws contact before the shot, and a baseline inbound coming on the foul by Anderson. Well, a lot of teams, they'll press after a made basket. Not too many press after a missed shot, but Gothenburg, any chance they get to play defense on you, 90 feet from the hoop, doesn't matter. They're going to do it. They're going to get in your face.
And that's how they create their offense, too.
Nearly a turnover. And now a deflection. Valentine recovers in the backcourt. They have 20 seconds still on the shot clock. Launching up the three. Too much on it. And tracked down by Anderson. Here comes Gothenburg. Baseline take. Through some contact and a chance at the line. Halsey Tamala. Well, they like her game here in Gothenburg. Tamala, 11 points a game.
And more importantly, that's the second foul on Wackler.
Tamala, a junior, 5'11". This Gothenburg team likely to be state tournament contender for a while. They have two starters who are seniors, but a deep team. Those two senior starters are the only seniors on the squad.
You're seeing a look at that 1-3-1 press. That time, Valentine used the passes to break it.
Springer from deep, long. Offensive rebound. Aubrey, now the kick out three, just off the mark from McGinley, and Gothenburg clears. Riley McClay grabs the rebound. Now a deep three for Zoe Beveridge. She's short. Another rebound for McClay. Wild shot. Valentine saves it. And the Badgers get possession. 15-point cushion here on the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard for the home squad.
See if Valentine can get Springer going. She's 0 of 6 from the floor to start today's game.
Bounce pass here. And I believe the foot was out of bounds when Joni Cox received it. Means 24 seconds for Gothenburg. Valentine extends its zone towards midcourt. Quick passing by the Swedes. They finally put it on the deck. It's Zoe Beveridge. Gets her own rebound. Not that time. And the clock will expire at the end of the first quarter. And the second-ranked team in Class C1 impresses in the first 8 minutes. They own the 19-4 cushion over the Badgers from Valentine. You're watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Valentine basketball opening up the second quarter. And Gothenburg with the steal, poking it high in the air. Impressive effort, Wyatt. Then she dishes. Gets the rebound as well. She's doing everything here to start the game. That 3-ball way off by Tamala. Finally, Valentine out with it. Here's Cox to the hoop. Short and loose off of the Gothenburg Swedes.
Valentine was just 2 for 11 shooting in that first quarter. Obviously not what they like to see, but they've been getting some good looks, just haven't been able to knock them down.
Got the defense leaning. Joni Cox right to the rack. Impressive basket. Draws it to a 13-point game. Cox just 4 points per game, but highlighted by Coach Bish as a player that really has the potential to do some more. Now Springer with the steal. Springer to the hoop. Tough angle there. It's a kick out. One dribble to balance. And the 3 just long by McGinley. Push on the rebound try. Keep the basketball with the Badgers.
Obviously, the refs saw a push underneath the hoop, and they're going to attack Tamala.
Riley Wackler of Valentine with 2 fouls. Otherwise, no foul trouble. More than 1 per player. Springer thought about it. Tucks the football, or rather the basketball away like it's a football. Down that left lane line and draws a hack. First on Zoe Beveridge.
I like to see that aggression from Valentine, trying to keep going. They're not out of it yet. It's still a 13-point game.
And Springer's free throw cuts into that deficit.
Yeah, good to see Springer get on the scoreboard.
That was her 100th free throw attempt of the season. Her 101st goes in. So that's a player that gets to the line with great frequency. Shooting about 57% when she does get there. Nice fake. Wyatt pulls up. Well, Gothenburg, despite having this lead, they really aren't having the best shooting start to this ball game.
Yeah, they were 7 for 23 in that first quarter. So that shakes out to roughly 33%, definitely below average for them. And at their home court, that's kind of rough.
6.5 to go here on the Midway Auto scoreboard, first half, and Gothenburg throws it away. Well, this game by this point on the 28th of January was already over. It is not right now. Valentine trying to attack this 1-3-1 zone. Might have got a piece of that. Did the defense, and it's out of bounds to Gothenburg.
Gothenburg has let Valentine in this game. And unfortunately, fortunately for Gothenburg, neither team has been able to shoot the ball well.
Now Valentine running a 1-3-1 zone themselves. Good skip passing by the Swedes, but the shot's just not there for them this evening. Ripping away that rebound is Annalena Nelson in off of the bench. Now Springer, she scoops it up and in. Not right at the rack either. That was down the lane line.
6-0 run for Valentine to start this quarter, and they just got another turnover.
2-on-1. Springer keeps it herself. She's deadly with the left. Timeout, Gothenburg. Valentine, a terrific start to quarter number 2. They've scored 8 straight and cut it to a 7-point deficit on NCN.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
Get to Roe.
Oh, Wyatt, she's been playing a good ball game for Gothenburg. Just a nice high-low pass to Gillian off the bench, who put it through for Gothenburg out of the timeout. That stopped an 8-0 Valentine run. The Badgers really starting this quarter well, keeping it competitive 21-12.
A part of that is they've taken care of the ball, and they forced 3 Gothenburg turnovers.
Against the double team. Ooh, tough collision. Springer grabbing at her head. And her teammate, Benson Aubrey, down too.
And clinked heads on the back end of that play.
Yeah, they're both still shaken up. But a little bit of smile. Paige Springer, the sophomore star player for Valentine, takes a deep breath. She's back to a familiar spot. Charity Stripe knocks it down. Up to 7 total points.
And that's after starting 0 for 7 from the floor.
Got them both. Back to a 7-point game.
Good football game, too.
It could be. You forecasting your Super Bowl prediction?
Not right here.
Maybe at the end of the boys' game. Stick around, give the viewers something to wait for. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Gothenburg. Again, the Swedes get a decent look. Just ice cold coming off that conference tournament victory.
That's when you have to start looking at other avenues. Sure, you can keep shooting, but just keep passing the ball. Maybe one of your teammates is going to be hot tonight.
Tough pass across the paint. This Valentine team playing with a lot more confidence than you'd expect given their recent results. This team took the long trip from Cherry County intending to win. They're right in the game. Basketball will stay with the Badgers. Let's see how it happens. O'Hare just not able to hold on to it. Pardon me, Tamala. Springer coming off a screen, wasn't open. Good defense, drives, too strong off the window. Boarded by Gothenburg. And Anderson. Tough pass inside. Turned over. Stick around for halftime, folks. That's brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
What we just saw right there was another attempt there for Tamala to seal off the defense, but unfortunately the pass was too strong over her head and ended up going out of bounds.
I like the idea. If you're cold from distance, get it inside, but really tough post entry going from the top of the key to the low block. There's the defense, though. Leads to a foul on Maylee Patterson of Valentine.
And after Valentine gave away the ball 10 times in the first quarter, we are halfway through the second, and that was just their first.
Badgers figuring it out a bit. Another look for Gothenburg. Shooting's contagious, both ways. When it's going in for your teammates, you're shooting it with more confidence. When you've seen a handful of misses in a row, it starts to creep into brain a little bit, regardless of if you've been the one shooting or not. Passing up the look, a good drive and kick by Zoe Beveridge, but a miss by Wyatt. There's the putback, and Lindley Anderson extends the advantage for Gothenburg. Valentine gives it away. Badgers this season, their last victory coming against Cody Kilgore by 15. That was back on January 14th. But this team at 5-14, they've played a really difficult schedule. They actually are shaping up to get a decent seed in their sub-district. Can't connect from long range, Gothenburg. And that's a tie-up. Coach Bish saying, regardless of what happens at the end of this season, he really likes his team's chances in their sub-district. They play a lot of C1 teams, like Gothenburg. They're in C2, and their sub-district is a Western sub-district. Teams that have not played nearly as difficult of a schedule as they have. Coach Bish says we just need to get confident. Oh, that hit that the suspension of the hoop. Otherwise, that would have been an excellent make. But he says this team, they can get to their sub-district, compete, maybe win it, get to a district final. Coach Bish calls timeout. We'll step aside with him. It's Gothenburg up by 9.
This broadcast is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Ready to upgrade your ride to the next level of performance and luxury? Visit Midway today and explore our stunning lineup of over 110 new Buicks and GMCs. Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/GM.
Oh, don't flip the channel. When we get to halftime, we'll have your halftime highlights. Those are brought to you by our friends at Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Michael Shively, Elijah Mosier with you. Southwest Conference Hoops. Badgers trying to get it in bounds. There's the defensive Alex Beveridge.
Excellent read by Beveridge, too. Unfortunately, just couldn't corral the ball.
Deflection on the inbounds. It winds up with Springer. Now Valentine has a little crease. All the way to the hoop. Count the basket. Paige Springer into double figures with 10 points and a chance to add to it.
Springer is just so fast down the court that Gothenburg hasn't been able to keep up with that intense pressure that they have in the front court. There's not much left in the back.
Offensive rebound. Now Springer lines up the three. It's nearly banked in. That would have been the rare 6-point play. Or 5-point play, pardon me. Tough pass. Moving a little quick there. Alex Beveridge tosses it out of bounds. Swedes approaching double-digit turnovers in the first half. It's the number 2 ranked team in the state. Having a lot of trouble with the Badgers defense. There they get the steal. Turnaround flip shot by Beveridge, no, and then a foul.
Yeah, what Gothenburg does so well is they play in an intense defense that leads to offense. Unfortunately, whenever the defense is not forcing those turnovers, they struggle in the front court.
Alex Beveridge pulls the trigger. Another offensive rebound and a foul on Valentine. That's the second on Kimber McGinley. And that's the third team foul this quarter on Valentine.
Few different players with double-digit fouls.
Good job sealing off the defense. And Halsey Tamala gets her second field goal of the game, up to 7 points. The cushion is 9 for the Swedes. Springer spins through a couple defenders, wildly throws it up, and it's poked away after an offensive rebound.
Valentine back to the 2-3 defense.
It's Beveridge. Well, such a hot start to the game. She had 9 in the first quarter. Spin move, Springer. Oh, boy. And gets the roll. Oh, quite a bit of English on that one after the whirling spin to the rack. 12 of Valentine's 18, courtesy of number 11 in red and white.
And the great thing for Valentine is they know Gothenburg hasn't been able to hit the three in this game. So they can play that zone defense and concentrate their focus in the paint and let Gothenburg shoot the three.
Wow, falling to the ground. Ellie Wyatt flips it underhanded to Halsey Tamala, who puts it through. Gothenburg again taking advantage of a loose ball, almost offensive rebound type of scenario. Then their defense forces the giveaway. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Difference of about 10 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Open three, Zoe Beveridge. That looked good from the second she started her shooting motion. A confident three ball from the corner.
She started her night 0 for 10, 11 times the charm.
Springer. Oh, what a tough shot. It was just as much of a heave as it was a shot, and it went. Oh, nearly fell to beat the buzzer that time by Taryn O'Hare. And that takes us to halftime. At 15-1, Gothenburg has the lead, 30-20, but 5-14, Valentine hanging with them. Glad you're with us. We look forward to halftime. We'll have your highlights and get you ready for the start of the third quarter. That's next.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
This broadcast is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
All right. This has to be every girl in Gothenburg Elementary School. Getting ready here at halftime for a nice show of cheerleading. It's Gothenburg hosting Valentine. Michael Shively, Elijah Mosier with you. Let's check out your highlights from the first half. Those are brought to you by Starter Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. Number 2 ranked team in the state, that's Gothenburg. They start shooting early. They're known for it. They've been good at it all season. There's a 3 ball. That's Ellie Wyatt doing the honors. Beautiful skip pass. Good look for Alex Beveridge. Our key player and the senior drills the 3 ball. And Gothenburg out to an early 15-2 lead. But Paige Springer, well, it's not her that time, excuse me. Getting to the hoop, it was Joni Cox. This is Paige Springer. She did a lot of this in the first half. Taking it down the left side, throwing it off of the window and in. Now she's leading the break. Undaunted, takes it to the hoop, scoops it through. After it was 19-4 after one quarter. Oh, look at that spin. And a high degree of difficulty got that to go. So 15-point lead for Gothenburg at the quarter break. But then 8 straight to start the second quarter for Valentine. They kept it around that margin for the entire second quarter. It was the Swedes scoring one of the final buckets there via the 3. And a 30-20 advantage for Gothenburg at halftime. Springer leads all scorers. She has 14. Cox and Aubrey have contributed buckets for the Badgers. The Swedes, 9 each for Alex Beveridge and Halsey Tamala.
And really the story of this game has been Paige Springer. In the first quarter, she was unable to get going. She was 0 for 6. The Badgers as a whole were 18% from shooting. But then 14 of 16 points in the second quarter for Valentine were scored by Springer. And they shot 43%. That's a lot better than Gothenburg, who's shooting a cold 29% from the floor.
Got a competitive one here in the girls' version of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader. Stay with us. We're getting ready for the third quarter. You're watching High School Hoops.
There's a noticeable difference when you walk into Tom Dinsdale Hyundai. You can't miss the exceptional customer service that we're known for, or the huge emphasis we place on providing unsurpassed vehicle service with experienced technicians and quality parts. And of course, we think big when it comes to giving back to the community that has supported us for so many years. At Tom Dinsdale Hyundai, we take tremendous pride in serving our friends, family, and neighbors throughout central Nebraska. See for yourself. Stop into Dinsdale Hyundai today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
John Henry's is now offering electrical service. Our service professionals have been helping with plumbing, heating, and cooling in Lincoln and the surrounding areas for more than 25 years. Now, we're proud to offer the same level of professionalism in our new electrical service. From a whole home rewire to adding new outlets or electric car chargers, John Henry's can be your one-stop shop for all your home's needs. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Our family serving yours since 1996.
Michael Shively, Elijah Mosier with you. Halftime, girls hoops, 30-20. Gothenburg ahead of Valentine. We made our way down Interstate 80 tonight, and what is it that we saw, Elijah, looming just to the west of the Kearney exit?
That'd be the brand new Kearney Sportsplex.
Can't wait for it to open. You're seeing a rendering. We saw the real thing as we drove by. It's enormous, and we haven't seen the inside yet. I just heard, though, that we're going to get a sneak peek. We've been doing this halftime promo throughout the year and found out this week we're getting a sneak peek ahead of the general public of the Kearney Sportsplex, which will open maybe March or April. 59,000 square foot hardwood gym, 66,000 square foot turf field. You have a 300-meter track, the pickleball courts. Whatever sport you want to play, there's space for it, and there's a surface for it at the Sportsplex.
So I could play some lacrosse in there?
Sure. Yeah, there's turf. Unless you wanted to play that on the hardwood.
Yeah, it's so cool to see the Sportsplex. I was just looking at the interactions on X this week, and Kelly Cooksley, the head coach over at Broken Bow, and Scott Steinbrook, the head coach of the boys soccer team at Kearney High, they both have team camps scheduled for the same time at the Sportsplex, making great use of the new facility this summer.
That's just probably about 50 minutes from here in Gothenburg. No doubt there's going to be some folks from Dawson County using the facility as well. If you want to be a part of our broadcast, you have a chance to do it. Follow us on social media. NCN Sports on X, NCN Sports Now, Facebook. You can find us, Instagram as well. Chime in. Hop into our notifications there on X. We'll give you a shout out during the broadcast, or simply follow us to keep up to date with the latest happening in sports in Nebraska. We have the pulse of high school athletics. Also, right on things with Danny Busboom Kelly getting announced as the volleyball coach yesterday. We have coverage of Cam Jurgens, former Beatrice great. He'll be in the Super Bowl this weekend. You can find coverage of all that on our social media. The third quarter when we return to Gothenburg.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln. Proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Valentine basketball to begin the second half. Just a couple of weeks after a tough defeat where it was 72-15, Gothenburg beat Valentine, but here are the Badgers down just 10 at halftime. Swedes defense coming out strong. No surprise to see that. Coach Strasser, he emphasizes defense galore, and no doubt he did that at the break.
Both teams unable to keep hold of the ball with a turnover, just like the start of the game.
Splitting the top of that zone. Good job by Joni Cox. And she could probably even keep dribbling there and get deeper in the paint. Quick passing, deep three ball for Springer. Nothing but net. She picks up right where she left off. Turns out I shortchanged her in points at halftime. She actually had 16. Now she's up to 19 points.
I was just going to say, right before she knocked down the three, that I like to switch to the zone since Springer had been driving, but she shows her potential to shoot the three, too.
Oh, what a find. A beautiful ball. Wyatt puts it right on the hands of the backdoor cutting Halsey Tamala, who now leads all Gothenburg players with 11 points.
That's what you got to do, especially when Valentine slides that zone up. There's that avenue to slide behind.
Tied up. Goes to Gothenburg. (15-1) the Swedes. Their first game of the week. Actually, first game of the week for both sides. Some rest and practice time after the Southwest Conference tournament. Three ball off for Taryn O'Hare, and then a foul on the rebound goes against Wyatt.
O'Hare not really known for her shooting, but at the same time, she was wide open, so why not shoot it?
Taryn O'Hare yet to get on the board tonight. Somehow keeping her dribble through traffic. Didn't quite have the touch that time, Springer. By the way, that was the third foul on Ellie Wyatt. She's staying in the game for Gothenburg, at least for now. Now she heads to the bench.
And then
replaced
on the
by
other
Lindley
end,
Anderson.
Wackler now has 3 fouls.
Well, Wyatt has been involved in almost everything on offense for Gothenburg. They'll miss her on the bench. Alex Beveridge looking to create. elbow jumper. Not that time for Tamala, but an offensive rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Swedes, but not for long. Benson Aubrey steals it, but then throws it away. That's two good defenses. That three ball drops. Zoe Beveridge, 2 made shots, 6 points.
Back-to-back threes, too, after having a cold start to the game. If Zoe Beveridge can continue to find open threes, watch out, Valentine.
Springer goes to the hoop in a hurry. Not rewarded that effort. Plowing through the defense, getting to the hoop. It's missed by Tamala, but it stays with Gothenburg. 3 minutes into the second half, and their lead has grown to 12 here on the Midway Auto scoreboard. Open look on the right block, way too strong with it for Anderson, but there's Tamala. Halsey Tamala having a monster game, the 5'11 junior. Averages 11 points per contest. She's already at that mark. And on a slow offensive night for her teammates, she's picking them up. Adds to her scoring total.
And she continues to hit those free throws as well.
This is your third quarter. Your third quarter brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Paige Springer, she gets down the court in a hurry. I can't even finish my sponsor reads. In a blink of an eye, there's Springer at the hoop.
Watch her
picking
pick
it
up
off
that
the
ball.
ground that time. Two fouls on Anderson now. Paige Springer, likely if she's able to stay healthy in her career, she'll have almost every career record at Valentine High School. She already has the single game and single season steals record. Set them both this year. And that's right. There's still 4 or 5 regular season games left. She already has the single season steal record.
And that's just... It just shows what kind of effort she's put into practice, into games, and it's been paying off.
If she didn't miss some time because of that illness that knocked her out of the conference tournament, Coach Bish thought she might set the career steals record during her sophomore season. Oh, what a shot. Alex Beveridge breaks through for the first time this half. She's up to 12 points. That's 9 straight for Gothenburg.
Watch out. Alex Beveridge did not hit a shot in the second quarter. She hits her first one of the third quarter, and Gothenburg's starting to find their shooting stride.
Perfect press break, good recovery, but called for the foul. And that's the third on Anderson. So both her and Ellie Wyatt with 3.
Gonna get another look at it. Some people might have thought that that was a clean block. Just caught the bottom portion of the hand of McGinley.
Good looking free throw stroke for McGinley, her first point of the ball game. Just the 4th player in the scorebook for Valentine. Wyatt returns, so trading out players with 3 fouls. Wide open. Standing there for a couple of seconds, Alex Beveridge finally gets the basketball, turns and scores it. That's a tie-up. Ellie Wyatt, such a smart ball player, comes around and gets 2 paws on that basketball, contesting it with Kimber McGinley.
This third quarter has been much more like the Gothenburg team that we're used to seeing.
Trying to get it in. Just beats the 5-second call. And another tie-up. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Three-pointer. Oh, and now the shots are starting to go, particularly from Alex Beveridge. She's up to 17. Valentine needing buckets here. Turned it over and then a foul. That's on Nelson, her second. The Swedes starting to take over. A 19-point advantage. Actually, the third on Nelson, so she'll head to the sideline in favor of Joni Cox. Beveridge, she's feeling it. Oh, and she's unconscious. A few feet beyond the arc. And after a quiet second quarter, she has 20 total points. Miss in transition. What a recovery defensively for the block. Taryn O'Hare. Timeout Valentine after the make. It's a 20-point game here in Gothenburg, midway through the third quarter on News Channel Nebraska.
Teammates Mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of Teammates Mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
She's feeling it this quarter. Around the screen and ready to shoot. Alex Beveridge. That's her third three-ball of the third quarter. And Gothenburg has grown its lead to 20.
Gothenburg in the first half was 3 from 23 from three-point range, and now it was 4 for 4.
Beveridge, she's really feeling it. Took that one, missed it, but her teammates got her the rebound. Stepping in front of the basketball, Aubrey. It's still loose. Gothenburg has it. And Cox escapes with the basketball. Tries to push it ahead to Springer. And it's a turnover.
6 turnovers.
Fast the other direction. Oh, Alex Beveridge maneuvered the basketball underneath Cox. Put it through. 22, the biggest lead of the game. Tough shot. And tied up. Paige Springer, after 16 in the first half, just 3 here this quarter. The Swedes have been clamping down. That 3 came the first minute of the period. Now Cox tries. Too strong off the glass for Wackler. Nobody stopping ball. Here comes Zoe Beveridge. Throws to her sister, and Alex, nothing but net.
Another three-pointer from Alex Beveridge. Now that's 22 points in this third quarter for Gothenburg.
You think they've done that in the backyard a time or two? A drive and kick?
Probably on their old dad.
Yes. And you know, you got to get used to hearing the name Beveridge if you're a Gothenburg sports fan. Alex is the oldest of 5 sisters. And they all like basketball, we're told. So Coach Strasser, he's going to be an honorable Beveridge by the end of coaching possibly 5 sisters. Springer connects again. Alex wants more. Oh, and she gets more. 28 points, Alex Beveridge. 19 this quarter. Quick deuce for Benson Aubrey. What a display. Get the ball to 20. All right, if you're that wide open. Go ahead and feed it to Tamala.
Gothenburg has just came out in this quarter firing on all cylinders.
Everything we were saying in the first half, man, the Swedes just can't shoot it today. Well, they can in the third. That's 5 3-pointers in 7 minutes for Alex Beveridge. She wants some more. Oh, didn't get to pull the trigger that time. Passes it off. Zoe Beveridge misses. And a trap on the defensive rebound. Now Cox gets rid of it. Wide open lane. And the layup drops in. Good play by Annalena Nelson.
Shot
Will be the final possession of the quarter. That three-pointer short. Badgers have 2 seconds to shoot it. They don't get it up. And that's the end of quarter number 3. A quarter that belongs to Alex Beveridge. She exploded. 19 points in the quarter. And the lead has grown to 23 for the second-ranked team in the state.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Gothenburg basketball to start the fourth quarter. A patient offensive possession and a nice feed to Taryn O'Hare, who gets her first basket of the game. That's 7 Swedes in the scorebook. Trouble for Valentine here on the baseline and a steal. Here comes Zoe Beveridge, gets it ahead to O'Hare and throws it away. Here's Springer in open court. She spins, gets to the left, and scoops it through. When she gets the ball in her left hand, you think it's going in every time. 24 of her team's 36. Alex Beveridge, after a magical third quarter, didn't get that one. What a save. Oh, and it leads to 3. That won't show up in the scorebook for Gothenburg, but what a play to scoop that ball over the head and into the game. And now another 3 ball. It's a steal, and Alex Beveridge has 31 points.
My, oh my, Gothenburg is alive.
Timeout, Valentine. They're trying to break the streak by the Swedes, who have taken over this game on News Channel Nebraska. Alex Beveridge heating up.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Sandhill State Bank, the most committed brand in banking. And by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora.
Ready to upgrade your ride to the next level of performance and luxury? Visit Midway today and explore our stunning lineup of over 110 new Buicks and GMCs. Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC in Kearney or thinkmidway.com/GM.
The dancing going on. Yeah, we all just got rickrolled. That's okay. They're digging it here in Gothenburg. Swedes scored about 6 points in 6 seconds before that Valentine timeout. Splitting the defense, man, Paige Springer. What a ball player.
It's not like the offense from Valentine has been bad. They just have not been able to stop the three-point shooting of Gothenburg this half.
And Halsey Tamala has done a fine job getting wide open in the paint. She has 16 points. And contested that shot well. Rebound to Wyatt. Pushes it up the court, finds O'Hare. Gets it back. O'Hare doesn't want to take it. Get it to Alex Beveridge. She'll take it. So will Wyatt. Way strong, out of bounds. No, somehow winds up in the hands of Tamala, but she can't convert. Oh, the spin, the crossover, the Euro, the finish, plus the foul. Paige Springer putting on a show here in Gothenburg.
I cannot wait to see the replay of that one. Here it is. The spin, the Euro, the hop. Oh, my.
If you're trying to do that in a video game, that's like 6 different buttons. A combo move to the hoop. And a chance for 3 for Springer. And she gets it. 29. Well, we knew she's a star, averaging 17 per game. Seeing her in action against the number 2 team in the state. And no doubt about it, she is a star. Timeout, Coach Strasser of Gothenburg will take one with him. It's the Swedes in front of the Badgers.
This broadcast is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Just finished an epic game? Keep the excitement going with a stop at Good To Go Convenience Store on your way home. Refuel with a fresh coffee. Grab a tasty sandwich and fill up your tank to be ready for the next adventure. Whether you're celebrating a win or discussing the highlights, Good To Go has all your post-game refreshments covered. Make it a part of your game day routine.
Good To Go post-game snacks.
Gothenburg out of the timeout, throws it away. Steal for Springer, what a find, and the extra pass. Missed shot by Aubrey, out of bounds, stays with Valentine. This is your fourth quarter. Your fourth quarter today brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. And Benson Aubrey earns a trip to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul on Taryn O'Hare. 26-point game. Sure, Gothenburg in control here, but put this in perspective because just a week and a half ago, it was 72-15. This is a completely different style of ball game here tonight.
And I think you got to give that credit to Paige Springer to being healthy. She only played the first quarter in their first meeting, and you can see the impact that she has on this team.
Yeah, I'd say so. 29 of her team's 41. And a trap after the defensive rebound. Out of bounds to Gothenburg. Stay with us for post-game coverage. We will be talking to a player of the game. That's brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center. also by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora. Some bench players in for Gothenburg now. Good shot fake and drive for Riley McClay, and she winds her way to the hoop for two. Tough shot. Off the mark for Wackler and saved in to the Swedes.
Always good to see some of your younger varsity members who play a lot of JV minutes get some varsity time.
Springer, the steal, and the score. Paige Springer now up to 31. That's 1 point shy of her season high. She erupted for 32 against Class B McCook. Loose ball out of bounds.
Well, I'm willing to say that I think she'll break it. She has 3 minutes, 45 seconds to do it.
Well, she stays in the ball game. Valentine team that's really young. Just one senior. Make that two seniors available today. Only one who's played. Good rebounds. And McClay doing some work here in the fourth. So lots of promise for Coach Bish and his Badgers. But Gothenburg, they have their sights on Lincoln. Missed out on the state tournament last year after making it a couple seasons in a row before that. And the expectation every year, according to Coach Strasser, is to make it to state. And that was their goal heading into this season. They're in good position to get a good draw in a district final.
And we talk about the state tournament. This is a team, if they play like they did in the third quarter when you get to districts and state, this is a team that could potentially challenge for the state title.
Tie up here with just under 3 to go, the Aurora Cooperative scoreboard. Yeah, so Minden was our number 1 ranked team, and Gothenburg went ahead and beat them for the conference title. We're going to continue to learn more about the Whippets and the Swedes because they play each other again. As a matter of fact, that's tomorrow night in Minden.
Sounds like we got a nice little gig for you there.
Yeah, you know, I could find myself available tomorrow night taking some hoops. Boys game would be a pretty good one, too. Getting some things sorted out. We'll have some top plays for you after this. Lots of fun ones to show you. Your top plays brought to you by Southeast Community College. Also by Tom Dinsdale Auto.
1 second on the shot clock. That was the issue that they had to figure out.
And there's the horn. This will be 6 straight wins over Valentine for Gothenburg. Who knows the next time they'll play? Well, here's Springer. Gets the steal. Springer to the hoop. And she has a new season high.
Told ya.
Seriously, I didn't know this, but we found this out, Elijah, that Valentine, they're actually leaving the Southwest Conference.
Yeah.
Going to the South Platte Valley Association. So that's teams like Perkins County, Chase County,
Hershey, North Platte, St. Pat's, and Sutherland.
So still quite a bit of driving for Valentine, but they don't have to go to Minden. They don't have to go to Holdridge, places like that far away. It's a little bit dropped down in competition level as well. The Southwest Conference, mostly C1, some B. This will get them more in the C2, D1 class level, which is a better fit for the enrollment level of the Badgers. Turned over as both sides have opened their benches. Another basket for Riley McClay. She is capitalizing on this fourth quarter playing time. Here's Maylee Patterson passing the ball off. And a tie-up. Camilla Brown had her hands on it for Valentine, but the ball goes over to Gothenburg.
Obviously, all the starters have their day done with at this point, but, I mean, between both Alex Beveridge and Paige Springer, like, both played superb games tonight.
Yeah, the two stars, that's the two players that we highlighted as key players, exactly why you can't miss our pregame show, and they showed out.
Well, that puts a lot of pressure on your key players for the boys' game, doesn't it?
Boys game coming up right after this. There are going to be some senior night festivities beforehand. 4 Gothenburg boys will be honored ahead of their final regular season home game. 3-pointer up. That's just short that time by Ty Miller, a sophomore. Rebound to Gothenburg and bringing the ball up the court, Caitlin Hecox. Junior throws to a shooting Hilbers. Peyton Hilbers misses. Final minute. Another 3-pointer. Not that time. For Tierney Miller. Try again for Hilbers. No. Open look, Addison Everett misses. We'll wind this one out shortly. 31 seconds left on the Midway Auto Dealership scoreboard. Fun game. And again, 72-15 when these teams met last time. We had a really competitive game. To start the second half, Valentine hit a 3 to cut it to 30-23. It was a 7-point game early in the third quarter. Now Gothenburg got hot. Alex Beveridge was unconscious. She hit 5 threes in the third quarter to help Gothenburg stretch its lead in the number 2 team in the state, coasting through the fourth to get the win. Collision, a loose ball. The Badgers on the fast break. Stripped. Good defense. Addison Everett. 1 second, and they'll hold it for the horn. And that brings us to the end of the ball game. And an impressive showing by Gothenburg. The Swedes, after a slow start, turn it on in the second half to improve to 16-1 on the season with a 73-45 victory over Valentine. The Badgers fight hard, but in the end fall to 5-15 on the season. Don't go anywhere. Up next, there's an interview with the winning head coach and our player of the game. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs. All backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
Get to Roe.
This broadcast is brought to you by Platte Valley Auto. With our vast selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, exceptional car care, and custom service, you won't find a reason to visit any other dealership. And by Nutrien. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The Yellow Jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Back here at Gothenburg, the Swedes advances 16-1 on the season, now joined by head coach Tim Strouser. And coach, a rocky first half, but you guys got it going in the third quarter.
Yeah, first quarter we played well. Second quarter, rough shots weren't falling. We were forcing too many turnovers, but we pulled it out. So,
what was the conversation in the halftime locker room, knowing that you guys were just shooting 29% in the first half?
Yeah, basically we just have to play ourselves. We can't worry about who's in front of us. We need to worry about playing our game and giving the effort that we give day in and day out, and not overlooking anybody. Not, you know, it's tough when you beat a team by 60 points to not come back and kind of overlook a little bit and not play hard. And Bout came back and bought us today, so it was good to have that.
And let's talk about your star player, senior Alex Beveridge. 31 points on the night. How important was her performance?
Big, you know, she missed a couple shots early, and I could see her drop her head a little bit, and I tell her, you know, if you're open, shoot it. They're going to fall. Just don't force it. Play within yourself, and she did that. She had a big second half. Proud of her.
What does this mean for this team to advance to 16-1 on the season? The momentum keeps rolling after that Southwest Conference Championship.
Yeah, you know, each game we have to play one game at a time, and so 16-1 is a great accomplishment, and we'll try to go 17-1 and 18-1, just keep moving down the road. So,
all right, Coach. Thank you for your time, and best of luck as the season continues. Now we'll bring in our player of the game, Alex Beveridge. 31 points. What got into you in that third quarter? 7 for 8 shooting.
I don't know. I just thought our team, we needed to bring up the energy, so I thought that I just had to start shooting more, and then it ended up going in, so I guess it worked out good.
19 points alone in that third quarter. Really impressive shooting performance. But what is it to keep playing on the home court and just keep stacking up wins?
It's pretty cool, and it's just fun because we have a really special team, so we're just having fun as we just keep winning, so it's really good.
All right, well, how about playing with your sister Zoe? You guys were doing a little give and go action, trading off threes. What's it been like?
It's been really fun. She's obviously a really good player, and so it's just fun playing with her. She's a good point guard, so she usually gets me the ball, so I like that part.
All right, we've come to learn that there are 3 other Beverages coming through the ranks. Are you the best one, or are there some better ones coming through?
Oh, hopefully there's better ones coming through, but we'll see, I guess.
All right, what does this mean for the team and for you guys, especially you as a senior? You missed out on state last year, now 16-1, and one of the top teams in the state.
I think it's just we just are going to keep learning and keep playing hard, and then hopefully that helps us make it to state this year. So yeah.
All right, Alex, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, that was Coach Strouser and our player of the game. We'll step aside. When we return, Michael will bring you through the top plays, and then we'll set you up for the boys' game. That's all coming up next here on News Channel Nebraska.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Well, the boys are warming up. We're finishing out talking about the girls' game. Your top plays brought to you by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu now and discover your path to possible. Top Play is also brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Automotive is proud to be community driven. The number 2 ranked team in Class C1, Gothenburg, hosting the Valentine Badgers. These teams, they played on January 28th. It was 72-15, and early on you thought, oh, you could see something similar to that. Three-pointer goes. That was Ellie Wyatt. Now the shooting continues. Knocked down Alex Beveridge. It was 15-2. Gothenburg, they led 19-4 after the first quarter. But in the second quarter, this girl, she showed up and showed out. Paige Springer, when she gets to her left hand, you can't stop her. Got that layup. Oh, the spin. And a tough angle, flipping it up and through, and cut this game to a 10-point differential heading to half, even after this 3-ball beats the buzzer for Gothenburg. Third quarter action, and it begins with this. Paige Springer for 3. It was 72-15 last time. It's 30-23 in the second half this time, but that's when players like Halsey Tamala started to get open down low. She got that basket to drop, and then it was Alex Beveridge's turn. Hits that 3-ball, and she wasn't done with just that 3. The senior for the Swedes, she was on fire that whole quarter. Valentine kept scoring, kept forcing the issue. That was Annalena Nelson with the layup. In that third quarter, Alex Beveridge hit 5 threes and scored 19 points. More from Springer. How about that move? She does the crossover, she does the spin, she does the Euro step, she finishes, plus she made the free throw for the and 1. And the Swedes able to close it out behind 31 from Alex Beveridge. A second half surge, and the second-ranked team in the state improves to 16-1 with a 73-45 victory. Well, the Badgers played much better than they did in the Southwest Conference Tournament. They have a lot to look forward to. Gothenburg, they're going to try to keep it going tomorrow night against a top 5 foe in Minden. That is our coverage of the girls' game. Still to come, boys basketball action. It's Gothenburg and Valentine, 2 teams with similar records in similar positions in the season, looking for a marquee victory. We'll set the scene for you when we return to Gothenburg on News Channel Nebraska.